What's up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out. Another Willie Barcena's dropping. As you guys know, man, there's nothing but gratitude, from us to you because, without you guys, let's face it, man, we ain't shit. And I just want to say thank you by my heart. I got, this is my right hand man, but it's my left hand man right now.
What's up, everybody? Robert Zapata. Am I this one? There we go. This one right here. What's up, everybody? Zapata right here.
Really, bro? You've been sitting there for like fucking... This is like the 50th show, and you don't know what is your camera?
Sometimes, but you don't know because it goes to him, and sometimes it goes...
No, dude, that's your camera right there, dude.
Okay, well,
Robert,
what's up, everybody?
God damn, bro.
All right, bro. For real, fucking Sam, take over, dude.
Thank you, Barcena, the producer, for one of the hottest podcasts on YouTube right now.
The closer.
Thank you, guys, tuning in once again.
God damn, Robert. Way to make a smooth transition,
hey, bro. Hey,
which is my camera? Really, bro? We're starting like, which is my camera?
Well,
dude, you've done the show.
I know,
like 50 times.
Sometimes
dude.
You might go the wide shot.
You've never asked. Which is? Have you ever asked which is my camera? Or you just look into the camera?
I usually just look into that camera.
Okay, so what the fuck was so different?
But his eyes are looking two different ways.
Oh yeah, you're cockeyed. I'm cockeyed too, bro. But I'm only cockeyed when I'm fucking drunk. Then like one eye gets more drunk than the other.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah. When I get drunk, dude, one eye just goes. One eye just starts going like, "Hey, what's over here?"
And the next morning too, in recovery, you have that one eye.
No, you're cockeyed all the time.
When you wake up in the morning, you're like, and then you have Manolo. Then all of a sudden it straightens out. I don't know, for some reason.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get back to your cockeyed.
Fucking spam.
Well, you know what, bro? You're not cockeyed when you have your glasses, huh?
Well, it's just because my left eye is the weaker.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying with your glasses, you're not cockeyed. No. Let me see. Yes, still cockeyed.
Fuck you, dude. You fuck
right,
you.
Bro.
Hey, so how was Vegas, dog? So how was Vegas, motherfucker?
Bro, we missed you, man.
I know. I was in Reno, dude. I was north.
I know. We missed you, bro.
Hey, fucking Robert called me like 5 times, bro.
He was lonely.
I know you're missing us, bro. It's all right.
Bro, it was fucking... Reno's cool, dog. You know what I mean? Reno's, old.
Yeah. It's an old, like, old white America little city.
Yeah, there's a lot of big people in those carts, And
then a lot of them,
there's a lot of that.
And a lot of them are old drinkers, and they have like leather faces.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you know what? Terrible.
And the thing is,
that's Reno, bro.
No, but when you're in front of that crowd, they're like, you see, they're all white people. You're like, are they conservative? But they're not.
But what?
You can talk. You can talk. You can say whatever.
Robert,
they're okay with it.
If you start talking and you look at the audience and you're trying to make a judgment without even get a word out of your mouth, you're already in a weird zone. Instead of just talking and then figure it out as you're talking.
Right.
I go, okay, these motherfuckers don't like me, or they like me, either way.
Right.
But what, you judged them right away?
No, I didn't. That's why I was like, all right, I'm just going to be me and say what I got to say, because it is what it is. Because I've noticed that this is my
Did you have good shows?
I had great shows.
Are you sure, Robert?
I'm positive.
Because sometimes we work together and you tell me you have great shows.
No, I had good sets. Because this time around.
Let's call Harry right now.
No, this is my third time there, because now I understand the crowd now. It's like like I said, the first time I did that, and I was like, oh man, how do I say this? Because they look so like...
Well, you were just coming back, dude. Stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop. It was your first gig out in a comedy club
that's correct.
years.
In years, that's correct.
And why did you get that?
Because of you.
Because I called you and I said, come open up for me. And then the owner saw you and he fell in love with you.
I appreciate it.
And now he takes you from me, man.
Yeah. And then so this time around, I'm like, all right, they're open to anything. You can say whatever you want. And I just went up there and did my shit, and they loved it. And people were like, man, you were hilarious, And I'm like, all right, cool. You look, I didn't have that, oh, man, are they going to like me? I didn't have that attitude. No, not at all.
Okay, that's good, bro. You got to be sure of,
whether
you like me or you don't like me.
Exactly.
I got no control.
It was more like that. It was more like that this time around. You know what I mean?
I can tell, bro. I can tell when you've been in the zone of do they like me or do they not like me versus, look, man, this is just me. I got no power under no control over you guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really there's many secrets to being a stand-up, bro. One of them is not caring. It's like, don't care but care.
Right. No,
it's
exactly.
weird. It's weird.
Right.
It's like, don't care but care. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you don't care and they didn't like you, no, you better care.
Exactly.
You
exactly.
know? But it's weird. But if you act like you care, you come out contrived.
Because I caught myself.
It's different when they don't know who you are, too. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because the opener, it was.
How do you know they don't know who Robert is? That's fucked up,
Well, no, that's not like that. But I'm just saying, because even the opener, she was caring too much. I told her, don't care. I gave her.
You were featuring?
No, I was opening. So I was the host, then the feature, then the headliner. But her, I could tell she was caring about her set too much. Like, hey, listen, I broke it down to her, and then boom, she started doing better. Like,
so you looked at yourself as a host and the person after you as the opener.
Yeah.
No, see, you're the opener.
Yeah.
She's the feature.
She's the feature. So
You called her the opener.
Yeah,
no, I said I'm the opener.
No, you didn't.
I said I'm the
shit, Robert.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Robert.
I said that right now?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious? No.
Play it back from.
No, look at that. I was the opener.
We're gonna play it back for you.
Play it back for you. I'm just saying, because even the opener, she was caring too much. I told her, don't care.
I'm saying because even the opener, she was caring too much. I told her, don't care.
I was the opener, she was the feature.
Okay.
Right, yeah. But she was caring too much about her set, that first set. Because you thought she got all nervous, she got all sweaty.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm talking about? When they get...
But moving on to...
Vegas. How do you go?
Hey, Vegas, first of all, Vegas, we're at the Virgin. Okay, a big thank you to the audience. You guys were so receptive. I as you know, Fabian, you know my material. I tried quite a few new bits, bro. Like, I never told that bit about when I was younger and the two hookers wanted to stab me.
Yeah.
Right?
I never heard that.
Yeah, that was new. There was some new stuff in there. And I like that the audience played around. There's, every 5 shows, bro, I get one guy that wants to be part of the show. Like, not only just heckle, he just wants to interject at the end of every joke, man. And it's like, why do you do that, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was one guy, like, when DJ went up, like, he wouldn't shut up when DJ was talking. So,
Was it like
he was some drunk dude,
Okay.
But it's funny the way that, he silences hecklers, dude, because he just gets them, like, right in the feels,
yeah,
dude.
you hit the jugger?
You never see me do that, bro?
No, what'd you say, bro?
I told the heckler, I go, hey, bro, you know what? I'm going to tell you why you're doing this. I'm going to tell you why you're interrupting my show. Because deep inside of you, you know that you're a talented guy. I said, deep inside your soul, you know that you belong up here. But you know what's kept you from being up here? Is you got no balls. And I said, and the sad part about it is you do it from sitting over there, from far away, and you yell, and that's the closest you can get. So I get it, bro. You feel like, wow, like I'm almost there, but you're not here. I'm here. You have no balls. And it was quiet, dude. It was quiet as fuck.
No, that
because you're not trying to be funny right now.
No,
you're just
bro,
being like preaching to this guy.
It was funny because it was like it was quiet for like a little bit, but then it just started roaring after that.
Yeah,
it's so funny, bro, because everyone in the room is knowing like how that guy's feeling inside.
Exactly. He felt like he just kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking, and he was like, before you know it, he was like, "Oh shit, what do I say?" So, what did he say after that?
Nothing,
bro. Nothing, bro. No, but that's what hecklers are, bro. People that heckle are. I don't care if you've been drinking or whatever. Deep in their heart, bro, they do. Then they probably are talented people. I really believe that.
Like amongst their friends, they're the best one.
I do believe they're talented, bro. I don't care if it's amongst their friends. They are talented, and what happens to them is that they're torn, bro. They're torn and they're disappointed. It's almost like that person that never took the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You lived your existence, and you never took the shot, bro.
Yeah.
You know? And me pointing it out really fucking like hits them, bro. Like, that's true. You know, because, you know, the number one thing that keeps people from being successful at anything, bro, is fear.
Right, just not doing it. Just not doing it.
Yeah, it's fear, dude. Fear will paralyze people from being doctors, lawyers, businessmen, entertainers, singers, actors, entrepreneurs, creators. It's fear. And where that fear came, somebody, an uncle, a mother, a father, society, a teacher, a neighbor, a friend, somebody put that fear in you, and you watered it, and you made this one little stupid comment, and you made it colossal, and that's what kept you from going after your dream. When I was 19, I tried to be a comedian with my friend Gus and his brother Carlos and his brother Victor, and I told him I want to be a comedian. I was 19 years old, bro. All right, you gotta remember, I didn't try again till I was like 23, right? But at 19, they go, all right, you know, come over and give us your set, your stand-up in the basement.
Just like two guys watching you.
No, it's three guys. There's the three brothers. So I wrote a 5-minute set, and when I was done, all of them go, you ain't got it.
Damn.
And then I said, oh, man, you guys are right. Fuck, what do you guys want to do now?
All right.
Yeah, but if I would have listened to them, if I would have and I did for a few years.
You did, right?
For a few years. And then it's funny because the reason I did become a comedian because another friend told me I should be a comedian. Isn't that weird?
That's how I became a comedian.
Yeah.
When I was in college.
Someone told you.
They're like, my freshman year, 18, freshman year in college, they're like, man, you should be a comedian. You're funny. I'm like, huh? I didn't even think I never thought of it as like a career. I had no idea. I had no idea you could make money like this.
But that's not what you told me, bro. You told me you were in college to be an actor.
No.
And that somebody in between at lunch, somebody was doing comedy, and you saw it. And that's how you became. Why you fucking bullshit, bro?
Listen.
Here we go again. Robert bullshitting.
I know.
Fucking story.
I know.
What is this? 1,972. Fucking Robert bullshit. Did you not tell me that you were?
I got two. Look at that.
You have
Phase
two.
Phase one.
Okay.
When I was going to Woodbury as an architect major.
Yeah.
Everybody's telling me I should be a comedian. And then when I went to
Cal State LA.
I changed the major, theater arts major, and that's when I saw Sebastian Satina, and I was like, man, like, wow, he's I think I can do that. Like, it hit me like, you know, like I was at 23 is when I started, 22, when I started thinking about it. And at 23, I was like, all right, let's try it. And then that's from that point on out, I've been doing it since, you know?
Right.
And then, but that's what I'm saying. Phase one was 18 telling me I should be a comedian, but not even thinking about like, yeah, I'm gonna be a comedian. It's more like, oh, okay, like, well, all right.
I think I think Fabian could be a comedian, but I don't think what Fabian knows is he would have to dedicate himself to it, like aside from what he does now, doing like extra 6-7 hours that has nothing to do with getting paid. It all has to do with the craft.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No. If I was gonna do it, I would do it like I wouldn't fuck around with it. You know what I mean?
You would have to change your discipline, bro. Your discipline had to be almost like if you're a fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And you have to do those bullshit bar shows.
I wouldn't want to be a fucking any half-ass comedian either.
Well, you still have to do the bar shows, right? You know what I mean?
You
still gotta.
You gotta do everything.
You have to do that. You can't just be like, oh man, I'm gonna start the Laugh Factory.
Oh no, hell no, bro. I would never want to do that too because
you gotta do
you get a false sense of reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's like starting at the Ice House.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when you go like certain clubs, when you start there, because it's like the crowd's electric. It's easy to do. And then you go to like a club where it's not as forgiving. You're like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, I feel like the Comedy Store is like that. It's a little harder at the Comedy Store versus like the Ice House.
Oh, the Comedy Store. Listen, I got nothing against the Comedy Store, but it's almost like the improv. Look, dude, they're like styles, right? Like let's say you got boxing, you got jiu-jitsu, right? And you got wrestling. The comedians from the improv have always, for me, and I work the improv in Melrose, but they tend to be more conservative, lean towards appealing to like a white audience, right? Not right, and then so that's I see them under that umbrella, right? I see them under that umbrella, and then the Comedy Store, they're funny cats, bro. But they all have like, it's almost like they all have the same boxing coach. They're good boxers, dude.
Right.
But it's a good boxing, skill. But it's almost like attack the audience, shock the audience, attack the audience, shock the audience, say something that's over the top. And then a lot of times there's also scream your jokes, That's how I see, for the most part, that style of, let's say, boxing from the Comedy Store. And the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, to me, was always more conducive to me because it was almost like a variety.
Yeah,
you had an
100%.
improv comic coming in, and he did a set, and after him, a Comedy Store comic coming in, and then a fucking straggler like me, boom, and so there wasn't one type of rhythm at the Laugh Factory.
I agree.
It was just like at the improv, each guy like hands off baton to the next guy, and the next guy picks up that frequency, Comedy Store, fucking rah rah rah, shock shock shock, I'm gonna say a racist joke and look fucking how brave I am, and then they pass on the baton, so it's one guy, next guy, so they have that frequency. Laugh Factory to me was there was really. Like I said, guys.
A wide range.
And they'll bring in guys from East Coast, Midwest, and all of a sudden they throw them in.
Yeah, that's true.
A guy you never heard of. Hey, here comes, Dave McDaniels, and man, he's here for the weekend from Kansas City. So I don't know. I mean,
Was the Comedy Store? Is it like always like the same people there every night? Like
it's like a cult. You know what I mean?
they're both like cults because. The improv, they call it passing you.
Right.
Like we pass you as a regular at the improv. And then at the Comedy Store, super, super famous for saying we passed you or we didn't pass you. And Mitz, that was the whole Mitzi thing.
And he had to get a job there first. Like
no, he didn't have to get a job there. I don't think he had to get a job there. No, I disagree, dude. Because he could see a comic.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
That's wrong. You're bullshitting.
No, you're right.
Here go again, Robert.
No, but some of these guys, they do that.
Some. That's different.
They do like the door
that's different
job.
from you got to get a job there. No, some did.
A lot of them do. Like that's like the
all
style.
right, Robert, I could mention a bunch of comics that never worked there and just got passed.
No, you're right. No,
damn, bro.
But it's a common thing to work at a Comedy Store and be like, getting your time in too, right? Like, when you're just starting.
Yeah, if you're at a comedy club and they know you're somebody that you're making that your career, they're gonna tend to throw you a bone. Yeah. Even little clubs around the country, they'll say, or I already have my feature, my opener, and they'll say, hey, can Rodney do 5 minutes? And then I'm like, I don't need a Rodney. Oh, come on, he's been working the door here for a year. All right, throw Rodney up.
Was that something like when you first started out? Like, did you ever think about doing that?
No.
Why?
Never. Fuck that. I don't want to work at a comedy club. I just wanted to go do my spots, man. Okay.
And I feel like if you go that route, you get stuck. Like the what do they call it? The when they cast you,
you can't work anywhere else,
now you're known as the door guy. You know what I mean? As the guy trying to be a comedian versus coming in as like, oh, you're the comedian. You know what I mean?
No. See, I'm gonna disagree with you again, bro. Because a lot of great comedians came out of the Comedy Store. Yeah, so they were typecast. They ended up making movies, fucking having TV shows, etc. Same thing with the improvs.
Yeah.
A lot of great comedians came out of the improvs when Bud Friedman was around, when Mitzi Shore was around.
Yeah.
So
is there any big names that you can recall that were door guys?
Oh, a lot of them, bro. Yeah.
Who was any big name right now that's out there that's doing it? That was a door guy that worked there, like right now.
Yeah, bro.
So
a lot of them you don't
did
even know.
Maniscalco work at the comedy
A
store?
lot of them you don't even know.
Did Sebastian Maniscalco work at the comedy store?
I don't know, bro. I was never a guy who belonged to a group. I was always an outsider, dude. I always felt that I never fit in, you know, for so many reasons. But that was my own mental blocks and also my own pussiness that we're talking about fear. I always felt like I didn't belong, and I didn't belong in Hollywood. So I never felt like I belonged at the Comedy Store or at the Improv. Although I did
The Laugh Factory made,
the Laugh Factory.
made you welcome, right?
Yeah, but so no, I always felt like an outsider. I back then when I was a young comic, I mean, yeah, there's more diverse audiences now, Fabian.
Yeah.
But back when I was a young comic, Hollywood was fucking white, bro. White, sprinkled with black people and a Asian there and a Latino there, and that was really like the scope of the audience.
Yeah.
So me, I talk about not feeling like I belong. I'm a fucking Mexican dude, so you know I'm like fuck here. I'm not a Hollywood guy. You know I don't really have an audience here. You know, but that was me being a pussy. If I'm honest, I should have just said fuck it, man. You know, because you know the comedians that were there were really fucking Mexicaning it up. You know,
Yeah,
they were really doing the fucking. They were really doing the Mexican thing where white people, where it was palatable to the white people. Like, oh yeah, that's how we see you guys.
Like their whole act was being Mexican.
But being, and almost like always like the way they accepted a Mexican.
Like Speedy Gonzalez.
No, the way they accepted a Mexican was if he belittled himself, because that they could accept.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah. So you seem non-threatening. Right.
Not only non-threatening, your people are laughing at you, not with you.
Yeah.
I remember my first time ever at the Laugh Factory. I got off stage and Masada, who owns it, Jamie, goes, hey, you know, because you get in line and then you do your set and then you go upstairs and it sounds like your report card. You get in line and he's got notes for every comedian.
Yeah.
And then I remember my first time, he goes, yeah, I see what you're doing, but I swear it's exactly what he said. So you should talk about stealing cars and hubcaps, as he said. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I was just going like this. And but in my head, I was going, "Fuck you talking about, bro?" You know, because I was back then. I was making Ronald Reagan jokes. Yeah, you know, I said something about Ronald Reagan, and I think in his mind, which a lot of those guys in Hollywood. I mean, look how many Latino sitcoms there were. Fucking none. And whenever he did see a sitcom, we were we were literally just laughed at. I mean, if you look at the show, that 70s show, the Latino dude was just Fez. He was just an idiot, dude. He was literally just a stupid guy. Like he was the punchline.
Yeah.
Like they would all say smart, creative things and hip, and then he was like duh duh, and then the audience is he's an idiot.
Yeah.
You know, actually, when I was a young comic, I confronted him.
No way.
Yeah. We used to do the Latino Laugh Festival in San Antonio once a year.
Was he a comedian too?
No. He went as a guest. They would have celebrity guests. That's where I met Isai.
Okay.
And that's where I met everybody, bro. Eric Estrada was there. All the big names were there, bro. And anybody who was big in the Latino world was there.
What year was this?
90. It was 97 when I ran into him.
Okay.
And I was drunk. I was at a really nice hotel. And I was walking to my room, and I was in the elevator with him. I was just mad dogging him. And then I got out, and then I go, "Hey, bro," I go, "Why do you like being a fucking clown, dude? Why do you like being a fucking Mexican? No, and I say a Latino moron, dude." He's like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, bro, you're fucking embarrassing, dude. You know, what a fucking horrible fucking part you have. And I kept walking. I've never forgot. Yeah.
Did he say anything?
Nah. He didn't say nothing to me, but he was back then. He was more timid, because he's a young actor.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a young actor coming from wherever.
Yeah.
And then me, once I drank, all the fucking Mexican Chicano comes out of me.
All the pent up fucking anger and shit.
Hey, if you could go back in that situation, like, would you say something different, or would you say the same thing?
If I went back in time, I would do a lot of things different. I would have fucking got my balls and been a man, went on those stages at the Improv, because Bud Friedman had passed me, bro. And he would ask me too, like, Willie, why don't you come around? The Comedy Store, I should have gone, and you got to play the game. I should have gone, but I pussied out on both of them. But I should have went up there and said things the way I wanted to say. Like, okay, this is my set. This is how I see life. I mean, bro, you've seen early. If anybody knows the early material, is you, man.
Yeah. No, I'm saying but I'm saying when you saw him in the elevator, would you say anything different?
Just that particular moment
with my knowledge now.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, bro. I would say something like, "Hey, bro, I'm proud of you. I know there's not a lot of work for Latinos, but I'm glad you're working, man. And you are, guys like you are gonna pave the way. But maybe you should, seek a better role, because there wasn't. I mean, come on. Who's the only guy with respect was Eric Estrada, played a cop. And he was a handsome motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Look, George Lopez can say whatever pedo he had with them.
And Benjamin Bratt too.
Benjamin Bratt came later though, bro.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy Smits. That's another one.
Even though he changed his name, he was proud of being Puerto Rican.
Brown.
And he played a lawyer.
Yeah, he was brown.
And he played a badass lawyer. Yeah. So I remember Jimmy Smits, Eric Estrada, and the first guy was a guy named Manuelito on a cowboy show called Chaparral. And Manuelito was the first Mexican. First. I don't know. He's not Mexican. He played a Mexican, but he's Latino. And I know he's not Mexican, but he played a Mexican vaquero. But he played him with suaveness. He was a cool guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His name was. You put him up so people can see Manuelito from
what year was this?
From Chaparral. I don't know, bro. This is in the early 70s.
Okay.
Early 70s.
What about
a Western?
What about Ricardo Montalban?
Oh, another one.
Right?
Ricardo Montalban was super respectful actor.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, bro.
He didn't play all the. He didn't play that.
He didn't. Yeah.
He played good, sophisticated roles
in the 70s.
Yeah.
He played Fantasy Island. Remember with the little midget?
Like the plane.
Fuck, he don't know, dude. It's crazy, bro. Right? Fucking baby's like, what the fuck you talking about, bro?
Yeah, dude.
That's like somebody telling us.
Isn't it weird how, like, in the 70s, even they say it, like, in the, what's the name? Ricky Ricardo. Like, freaking
that's the 50s.
In the 50s, like, early Hollywood, Latino roles were more respected. And then all of a sudden, like, the 80s, and that's when everything kind of, like.
Well, I was going to say, like, sounds like you guys, like it was good roles in the 70s.
Yeah, there was good roles early.
Bro. Okay.
Not that many.
No, stop, dude. All right, for every one part of a Latino, there was 1,000 Mexican actors that you saw, and they were running with the drugs. You know what I mean? Beretta, Starsky and Hutch, the Rookies, Barnaby Jones. It was always the Mexican that fucking threw against the fucking car, and they give me those drugs, and they're like, "Fuck, you got me." Fucking, there's always like we're all, like for every one actor that played a role with some dignity.
Yeah,
there was about 1,000. And what is that? I used to as a little kid, I always knew. I kind of fucking said to myself, like I always just see myself most of the time as a criminal. And it's programming. Bro, if you're a kid and you see yourself and you see someone that's brown like you, and then you're just running from the cops, or you're stealing a car or whatever, that's to me, that's mind programming. You know, that's almost like control, and then that's controlling.
MK Ultra.
What's that?
That's MK Ultra.
I don't know what that. What are you talking about?
It's like the CIA. They do mind control. It's like how they do it to celebrities. Like
Well, that's something else, bro.
Yeah, that's something way different. That's some deep shit right there, bro. You know what I mean?
There you go, Robert.
That's some fucking. Hey, bro. That's some deep shit right there, dog.
What's that movie? You talking about that movie with fucking Denzel or the guy who fucking killed Kennedy? Bro, I'm talking about
real life shit, bro.
No, this is real life shit, but
yeah,
go ahead.
I believe that too, dude. I believe that there's mind control with, but this is this is more on the surface.
Right.
But anyways, man, this week it's on at Bodega and Tres Vinos, the heart of Covina, where you can dine, drink, and dance all under one roof. Downstairs at Bodega, it's Wicked Wednesdays. Drink martinis, whiskey specials all night, plus some amazing wings, some empanadas. It's party on. Then we go on to Throwback Thursdays, tequila, tacos, and old school jams. Freaky Fridays, live band downstairs, DJ upstairs, 2 floors, one wild night, full bar, and the kitchen opens late. Sexy Saturdays, party keeps going with live DJs, bottle service, and VIP vibes upstairs at Tres Vinos. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day, daytime DJs, chill energy, drink specials, and all your favorite dishes. Say Willie Barcena sent you for a little something extra. So I had a big breakthrough, man. Big time breakthrough this Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, on Sunday I had a breakthrough. Okay. My mom died in 2020, November 8th.
Yeah.
You know why I know?
Why?
Because I saw her plaque.
Oh, you went?
Yeah, I saw her plaque at the cemetery. I went. I was mad. For those of you who don't know, I hadn't talked to my mom. We didn't have a relationship. Maybe the last 8 years of her life, you would say, Fabian?
Around there, yeah.
Maybe the last 8-10 years, there was this hatred. Like, it became of like, okay, we're not gonna respect each other, and she's gonna put me down. So at one point I said, my whole life you put me down, and I was like, fuck you, I'm not taking it anymore. She would fuck you back, and the push became so big that it just became, there was no love, and literally just we disliked each other. We would look at each other and both of us wouldn't blink. Like, I hate you. Yeah, it was like, I hate you. And she would look at me like, I hate you too. It was just this thing. I was like, fuck you. And she betrayed me. She lied to me and told me that we lived in these homes in Silver Lake, and literally told me that the front house was mine if I put X amount of dollars into fixing, it was a duplex, fixing the front house and to fixing the back house.
Right.
So I put a lot of fucking money, and she made me believe like, hey, this is your house. Put money into it. It's your house. Don't worry. Just help me with this, help me with that. And I said, yeah, great. So then COVID came, and you got to remember, now it's 10 years. We were there a long time, but the last 8 years, it was just disconnection. And the main disconnection with me and her was that she was getting in my marriage. She didn't like your mom, bro. She thought your mom was out to staying with me to get the property. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, she thought, which is crazy, right? So she didn't like her, and she always said, "Hey, I don't like Gina. Gina's she's with you because she wants to keep the house." Which she had told me it was my house, right? And I told her, why don't we get a contract? And she goes, why should we get contracts? I'm your mother. When I asked for a contract, and I said, yeah, well, I'm an idiot. Of course, you're my mother. My mother's not going to betray her son. I'm her son. Mother's not gonna fuck her son over. And then the time I have my piece of shit sister, the older one, not the one that passed away, rest in peace, Diana. She had her issues, and I hope she's in a better place. And I've forgiven her. So the older one is a manipulator, bro. She's a master fucking manipulator, bro. She can get everybody, like, she knows how to find your weakness, and she starts controlling people. And she's like the victim, right? So that's my sister, and my older sister and my mom never talked, bro. They were at odds. I'm the one that would call them up and say, man, we're all family, we should talk. My sister would be like, fuck her, I don't want to talk to her. And then my mom would be like, you know what, fuck, she don't want to talk, I don't want to talk. So here comes COVID, right? And these two fucking bitches team up and they sell the house. And I said, I put a stop to it, I got a lawyer. I said, you can't sell the house. And all these reasons, the lawyer had all these technical terms. And he said, this is why they can't sell it, you know? I remember one of them called mechanics lien.
Okay.
It's something where you put money in. I don't know. We had all these. He had all this shit.
Right.
My mom was fucking a bullshitter. And then so they my piece of shit sister, the older one, the one that's alive, conspires with her. All of a sudden they become friends. And they fucking sell the house like they team up to sell the house and just literally kick me and the boys out, like, to the street. Okay, so my mom has this elaborate plan. Now the plan is in motion, right? And I said, but Mom, you said the house was mine, the front ones. And she goes, show me the paperwork.
Oh my!
That's
God.
exactly what she said. Show me the paperwork. I was like, like, you fucking bitch. I told her that. You're a fucking bitch. And then she called up my sister, and they called the cops on me during COVID. And they came and they got me. They were trying to get me for picking on an elderly abuse.
Oh no,
bro! What these motherfuckers were doing was building a case.
Yeah.
Which is what my lawyer told me.
Right.
Because, dude, all these little things, them calling the cops, they're building a case against you. Motherfuckers, dude. I used to love my sister. I would have took a bullet for that piece of shit, greedy fucking scumbag bitch. So, so check this out. So then my mom has this elaborate plan where she's going to sell the homes and go buy a nice house somewhere and then have a chunk of money to fucking chill, right?
Right.
But the bitch, there was a little flaw in her plan. She died.
Oh, God.
Right? Right?
Oh.
So the fucking old bitch dies. No, I made the peace with you. I'm not going to call you that right now because I'm not. This is how I felt back then.
Exactly. Okay.
This is how I felt back then. That was how I felt when I had the anger. So, I had no love for these people, you know? And then something happened, man. And then, well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I don't know why, bro. You know what happened, Fabian?
What?
Okay, how many months am I going now that me and Olga are broken up? We're going on month 4?
Yeah, 3-4 months.
4 months that we're broken up. Okay. I still talk to her. You know, I reach out to Olga. And I have even though she keeps her distance or whatever, you know. In my head, bro, I just feel like she's real, you know. So I don't know if you ever felt that way over a female where they're like, they don't want you, but you're like, you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna let the universe take care of this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a loving way.
Right.
But Olga out of nowhere on Sunday goes, she almost like gave me an order. It was weird, Fabian. She goes, hey, Willie, why don't you go see your mom? Right? Mm-hmm. Like that. And because I was on my way to go to La Cañada, go for my long walk. Mm-hmm. Right? And I go, no, I'm going to go for my walk. And she goes, no, She goes, forget your walk. Go see your mother. And I was like, and something came over me, bro. It's weird. Years and years of hatred and animosity and just hatred, pure, unadulterated hatred. And I said, how do I do it? She goes, just go over there. They have there's somebody that can help you there. And I said, oh fuck. And so I just drove there, and then
Where is she at? Like in East LA?
Yeah, I don't want to say where she's at. I don't want to say where she's at because there's a lot of crazy people out there.
Yeah, never mind.
There's a lot of crazy people out there. No, she's in a real. She picked a really nice spot,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
So I go, and right when you go in, Fabian, you ask the lady. They ask you, I'm looking for someone, and then can you tell me the name? And then you give them the name, and they type it into a computer, right? And they're right there, and they go and they give you a map, and they go, this is the area where she's at. They'll like circle an area. She's in that area.
Yeah.
And I'm by myself, bro. And this feeling, Fabian, of calmness is just over me. Like calmness that I've never had, bro. And my eyes are watering when I'm driving. I'm like thinking of all these memories of when I was little. Like even though we were poor, you know, like just eating sopa and quesadillas and then these moments where we would just watch TV on Sundays. That was our thing, watching TV on Sundays. She made it good. She'll make us beans and put tortillas in the beans and Boyle Heights. And then I'm driving looking for her, and my eyes are watery, and I was having memories of us in Juarez when I was a little kid, and I remember one time, because we were so poor, we lived in this apartment where there was one shower, and there was like 8 little rooms, and everybody used that shower, so we would shower together, me and my mom. But I remember her telling me, like, don't look up. She'll put shampoo on my head, and I would just like put my head down. And then one day I looked up and I see this big old hairy pussy, right? I did, dude. I went like, what the fuck, dude? I thought it was a tarantula, dude. I was like 5 years old, dude. I put my head back down, like, what the fuck was that? And then I'm having these memories, and I'm literally talking to her as I'm driving, you know, and crying and talking. I go, hey, remember when I was 5? I looked up, I saw your pussy. I was like, fuck. I go, and then there was another time where I would see her, because she was poor. We were poor, bro. She would not have money for Kotex, I guess, right? Or women, I don't know what she would get toilet paper and then put it in her like that. I would see her because, you know, everywhere, she wouldn't leave me in the room by myself. It was not a good area, bro.
Right, what is, yeah.
So anytime she would go to the restroom, she goes, Ben. And then she would tell me, turn around, right? But I would see her get paper and go like that and then go like that. And I remember when I was 6, I would go to the restroom and pee. And after I peed, I get toilet paper and put a big old thing like that in my underwear. And then my aunt caught me one time. My aunt caught me doing it, and she goes, what are you doing? I go, putting paper. And then she grabbed me by my hand. My tia, her sister, Antonieta, took me and told my mom, she goes, hey, look what he does with toilet paper. And they were like, no, don't. My mom was like, don't do that, you know. And that was in Juarez, you know. So then I stopped putting toilet paper there. So I'm having these flashbacks, bro. And I'm sitting there and I was like, and I'm telling her, I was mad at her. I got mad at her for a little while. I was like, why were you so greedy? You know, why did you lead that, you know, my sister is a piece of shit. Why did you feed her the greediness that you have? And I said, and look, and I said, you know, it's funny. I was talking to my mom in the grave, like in her, and I said, you know, it's crazy, Mom. I said, you hated Gina, my ex-wife, and you know, she never wanted the property. Like, she never cared about the property. Not once did she ever say, oh man, I can't believe this house is not ours. She knew I was getting ripped off. I was naive. She goes, your mom's going to rip you off. She said that 10 years before it happened. And she goes, I didn't want anything from her. She goes, you know what? All I ever wanted was to be with my boys. And I go, Mom, look, the person you called greedy, I asked when I was going over there, I called Gina, my ex-wife. Aside from Olga pushing me, right? I called Gina and I said, hey, because Gina knows where she's buried. And then I said, hey, are you mad at my mom? And she goes, no. She goes, I forgave your mom the minute she passed away. You know, so your mom forgave her right away, bro.
Yeah,
she's such a forgiving person, dude.
Yeah, actually maybe like 2 weeks ago, she had a mass dedicated to Diana and your mom.
Your mom.
Yeah,
Gina. Yeah, bro. She went and prayed for her, and then so I sat there and I go, I'm talking to my mom at the cemetery, and I go, hey mom, isn't it crazy? The person you thought was greedy is the one that forgave you right away. And then she says that she has love for you and hopes you're in a good place. And I said, I finally forgive you. And I could say it, bro, without faking it. Because I had this anger, dude. This anger. And I'm sitting there, and it's on top of this hill, bro. Top of this hill where she's buried. And I'm sitting there, and I could see General Hospital, where we grew up. Like, we grew up right across the street. And I go, hey, Mom, isn't it crazy? Look what you could see from your view. You can see General Hospital, you know? And I took her flowers. I took her flowers. And I said, I just said, I hope you're in a better place. I said, I love you. And what did I feel? I feel like, oh, this is what I felt that she said to me, bro. She said, don't fight over material things. Look at the end where we all end up. I felt like she said that to me, bro. I felt that. Do you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I felt her saying, look where we all end up. Because she was a fighter, bro. She would fight for property, for jewelry, for everything, you know? And I hope my piece of shit sister, the older one, the one that's still alive, I hope that you can't be that evil and get away with it. I'm looking to forgive her. You know, I don't have it right now, bro. The same way I did with my mom. I couldn't forgive her when I couldn't.
Do you think you should do it sooner than later? Or
I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't have it in me, man. I don't have it in me, and I can't fake. I have to keep meditating and reading these books. I'm reading these really good books right now, man. Written by a monk, by a Buddhist, and he's all about peace, man. And I love religion that's positive. And this cat really breaks stuff. This cat was first name is Thich. Thich is Thich, and he was a monk from Vietnam, and he got exiled out of Vietnam because he wasn't taking sides in the war.
Right.
So they were gonna, I don't know, either kill him or put him in jail. So he went to France. This monk, and the books that I've been reading from this cat.
What's is it called? Miracle of Mindfulness?
Huh? Thich. Look for an author named.
Yeah, Thich Nhat Hanh.
Yeah, that's him, bro.
Yeah.
And I literally got so like I hadn't had somebody move me like that since 12 years ago. I first got into Wayne Dyer. You know who Wayne Dyer is?
No, I don't know.
You know who Wayne Dyer is, right, Fabian?
Yeah.
Wayne Dyer is a motivational speaker, man. He passed away, but once I heard one of his videos, I got everything I can get a hold of. You know, videos, books, anything on Wayne Dyer, because first one, it started getting me thinking in a different way. And then with this guy, what's his name again, son? The author?
1 second. It's called Thich Nhat Hanh.
Yeah. So this author, I literally got the package today. I bought the first book. Is there one about peace in every step?
Yeah, peace is every step.
Peace is every step. And man, I recommend that to anybody out there that has hatred in their heart, that has anger, that you're looking for a way to get rid of it or understand it where it doesn't consume you and it kind of frees you. I really man, show them the book, bro. Yeah. And this book is just, I had to research to see if he's written other books, and he's written like 10 other books. I ordered all of them, bro. This guy is just a badass. So finally made peace with my mother, dude. Like real peace. You know?
Yeah.
Like no hatred, nothing, bro. I cleaned her what do they call the plaque?
The headstone or whatever. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's like a plaque. I cleaned it up for her. Told her I loved her and told her I visit her again, and wherever she's at, I wish her well. But that was Olga, dude. Almost commanded me to go, like it's funny, dude. No, bro, she's very connected, like grounded, bro. She's very connected.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think it takes someone, the right person to, make. There's people that make you a better person. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
yeah, well, like I said, we're going on. I don't know.
maybe
week fucked up. We're going on week 4 or week 5 that we're not together, and I part of me wants to move on. I mean, did you feel that way about your ex, bro, or did you always, once there was a breakup, there was a breakup?
No, it wasn't like that easy, bro.
Oh,
Well,
did you
no,
want to get her back?
Of course, you know what I mean. But then after a while, it's like, all right, I have to accept it. It is what it is at this point now for me.
Yo, you just accept the fact. You accept the fact that there's no reconciliation, right?
Right, exactly. So, but now at least there's somewhat co-parenting, and she's not, we still communicate, and but as far as like, me trying to like, do all the stuff to get her back, because it's just sometimes she flares up and it's like, oh, is that what I really? Is that what?
Oh, okay. She
It makes you not want to do it. Like,
everybody's different. Every relationship is different. So,
I think people have to evolve together.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think people have to evolve. You can't have one person evolving and the other person staying here. Yeah. You kind of got to match energies.
Yeah. No, I think. I was gonna tell you. I've been me and my girl. We've been running like kind of long distance.
Okay.
like 5 miles at a time.
Yeah.
And
you run 5 miles?
Yeah, me and her run 5 miles together, bro.
No way, dude.
And after when we're done, dude, I feel like we grow closer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I think doing stuff like that, whether it's like, reading a book together or physical exercise together, helps for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know, bro. To me, part of me wants to be like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna go on. Like when we first broke up, I was like, when we first broke up, bro, I was like, fuck that. Like I how I've always been fucking like, I don't give a fuck. I want to move on, And with your mom, bro, oh my God, there was so many things that happened with the mom, bro. So there was it was almost like an atomic bomb when we broke up because of finance, the homes, everything, dude. Just, it's hard enough being in a relationship, right? But when you add all these elements, bro, it just went atomic, boom.
Yeah.
And then it was COVID.
Right.
It was you had COVID to it, bro.
Yeah.
You had COVID to all this shit.
Yeah.
But
that's That's
A lot of people-
25 years of
Dude,
fucking.
a lot of people broke up during COVID.
Yeah.
A lot.
But we're friends, man.
Yeah.
We're you know, the thing about me and the boy's mom is that we're friends and
Hey, do you know what my grandma told me like randomly yesterday?
what?
Oh, because it was her 60th anniversary, right? My
Okay.
grandma. And she was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, 60 years. I was like, does it feel like a long time? She's like, no, it doesn't. You know, it feels like it just goes by. You know, so you got to make sure when you find the person you want to be with, you really want to be with them for the rest of your life. I was like, yeah. Oh, I was like, yeah. You know, when Grandpa married you, you guys known each other for 10 years. He was like, yeah, we known each other for 10 years, but before that, you know, he was living in the States. I was back in Mexico. I was 26. So I was already old. I told him, I was like, if you don't marry me, like, I'm going to go move on.
Marry someone else.
Yeah, marry somebody else. So she said, you know, like, we both had our own, like, boyfriend and girlfriends.
Really?
Yeah. So she's like, you know, and then she told me, she was like, hey, you know, make sure that you date more than just one girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
That's true.
Well, you know, me, I really thought I was ready to like, all right, fuck it, you know, but I'm not, man. I'm not, and I gotta be honest with myself, you know. I'm not, bro. I'm not. I just, as much as I try to say, all right, fuck it, you know, this relationship didn't work out, and but I don't know, bro. Anyways, man, yeah. So that was my Sunday.
So how was Vegas again?
Hey, sometimes in this podcast, you know, you never know.
How it's gonna go,
deep,
right?
We're gonna get emotional. We're gonna get funny. We're gonna get political. But hey, that's an hour. That's the podcast right there.
Really?
All right,
Wow.
bro.
All right.
Well, all right, man. You guys never know. And my eyes are getting watery, Holmes. You guys never know what's gonna happen, but you know, we're you guys, the people that hang out with us, you guys know. We just we talk about things that we're feeling, that when we share, you know, stuff. Like Fabian said, you know, sometimes we get political, sometimes we get silly. As this is, you know, at times we just talk about
Real life shit.
shit that goes down.
Yeah, dude.
So,
right?
yeah. Anyway, I recommend that book to everybody, man. Again, mad love to everybody. Hey, listen, we're all on this planet, and we're all human beings. And I don't care if you want to say like, well, fuck that, I ain't no pussy. It's not. It's. Listen, we all have feelings, or else you're a sociopath. You're a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
If you don't, and then I get it. If you nothing moves you, but for the most part, we're all humans, man, with feelings. So
this
deal with
weekend-
that. Speaking of what,
This weekend you're gonna be in Huntington Beach, California, on Sunday.
on Sunday I got a Sunday show. Sunday. Fun day. Sunday, I'm in Huntington. You know, I haven't. Is there a club?
What's it called?
It's called Mamba.
Mamba.
Is that a what's his name? Kobe Bryant thing?
I don't think so.
No?
Oh, maybe the Mamba Sports Bar and Grill. So maybe.
Might be, yeah.
It's at 7
7 p.m. show?
Yeah, 7 p.m. on a Sunday.
Doors open at 6?
Yeah, and then following week be in North Hollywood. That's a Saturday.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
two
shows.
shows, right?
Yep, 2 shows.
North Hollywood. Hey, everybody! That's a fun little club. I'm sure. I've never been to Mamba, but that's gonna be fun this Sunday. Next Saturday on the 30th, I'm gonna be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. You guys hang out. You guys always know I'm gonna, you know, bring up stuff that I'm going through and sharing it with you guys. So again, thank you for hanging out with us. Mad love. You guys know how to find me. Robert, how do they find you, bro?
Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Robert Zapata, Zapata, TikTok, Facebook. That's it, brother.
There it is.
Fabian?
All right. Willie Barcena 7 on Instagram. Guys, come say what's up. I always like to hang out with you guys, take a shot, take a drink. Let's hang out.
Peace.